Howdy, folks. How's everybody doing today on this Thursday evening? How are you doing, Dutch?
I'm doing pretty good.
Awesome.
I'm doing pretty good. We had a good day yesterday. It
I'm
was
still in a ice cream coma, but yes, it was my birthday.
It was X-Mom's birthday yesterday.
And
Lovely.
thank you for all the well wishes and the birthday wishes, everybody. I really appreciate it.
Yep.
I wish I had a birthday every day.
Hey, it's good to see everybody here. So, took a few days off, and now we're back for a good weekend grind.
Played too much Don't Starve together.
Yes, we did.
That's
true.
My eyes are drifting away, so I'm going to leave the stream probably early, but I'm going to stick around as long as I can.
Were you wearing the gaming
Oh,
glasses?
damn it, dude.
I
See,
can't remember.
my thing wasn't even on. My mic wasn't on.
Oh. Okay, we got to start over.
Okay, you want to start over?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
we're not going to start the whole stream over. We're just gonna try this again.
Okay, wait, ready?
One.
Howdy, folks. Did you do it again or no?
No,
Did you
we're
miss
on
it?
now.
Okay. Gosh, you're always messing it up. So yes, I'm going through my ice cream cake coma. Let's. What freebies did we get yesterday for my birthday, Dutch? We got an ice cream cone, a ham sandwich. What else? That's it. But I still have a coupon for my donut, so it's not expired until the 2nd of February. So yay!
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. I was just telling everyone earlier before I realized my
flop, really, for 5, 6 of diamonds.
my mic wasn't working.
Pretty good flop for 5, 6 of diamonds. So how's everyone doing on this Thursday night? Beautiful Thursday night. You guys all watching the GOP debate? Sans Trump?
That reminds me.
Let's talk about politics and alienate most of our viewers.
No, Dutch. Isn't Trump like on CNN and he wouldn't go on Fox or something? Is that what's going on today?
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, that's cool, dude. I would like to see that.
So he decided that he's pouting. Fox basically wrote a big smear campaign against him. He's like, well, that's not fair. I'm not going to participate. Something like that. I don't know. I don't really know too much about it.
Yeah. We don't know. We don't follow it. Really.
Get a little 2-to-1 action for 9 outs. I'll make the fold. Looks like we actually had 8 outs.
So tired.
So happy birthday, Exmo.
Thank you indeed. Thank you. Oh, and look what Dutch got me. He got me an old lady dragon.
Old lady dragon.
No, he got me a cool little dragon.
I don't know that we're going to actually be able to see it on the little necklace. Dragon necklace. Khaleesi.
Old lady. Asian old lady. That's what I
Also
am
got
now.
you a t-shirt.
I'm an old... Dutch has made me into a stereotype.
I got a crappy present. That's what she's saying.
It's good. I think it's funny.
She hates it.
Because I'm
She hates
Filipino,
it.
dude. I'm Filipino.
There's no dragons in the Philippines. Maverick BP in the stream. Good to see you, man. We also have Cash Shots asking.
We
hey,
have
Dutch,
water
can you-
buffalo in the Philippines, Dutch. Water buffalo.
Water buffalo.
Yes.
A water buffalo necklace.
That's what you should have got me.
Is that what
then
I
it would have
should've
been.
gotten you?
Then it would have been the right stereotype at least.
Then it would have been the perfect.
No, it's good. I love it.
perfect
Actually,
present.
no. All kidding aside, this is a wonderful present. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much.
She's been doing a lot of kidding, you guys. A lot of kidding about that present.
No, I think it's
I
funny.
was trying to think that maybe it wasn't a very good idea.
Well, it's like a long dragon. Like this is an actually Asian dragon.
She wants a short, stubby dragon.
Yeah, the dragon needs to be like a dragon, you know,
Americanized
like
version.
like like my dragon,
Like How to Train Your Dragon.
Like this dragon. Like, look, this is a true...
That was a cool present.
This is a true dragon, but I can't wear it on my neck.
No.
I could try.
I wonder, we could probably rig something up.
This is what we'll do.
So, Cash Shots, yes, sir.
And thank you for Flatty. Thank you, Flatty, for this wonderful gift.
Oh, shoot. We're getting an echo. Hold on. Oh, damn it.
Are we getting echo?
Pretty good.
Yours? Oh God.
Oh, it's my fault.
Yeah.
It's my fault. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the echo.
Embarrassing.
How embarrassing. Cash Shots,
God.
for a fellow Missourian, absolutely. Hit me up with if you could pop it into a replayer, then we can talk about it on stream, or you can just type it out, and we won't show it on stream. I'll give you my thoughts on it. You can always also email me, you guys, if you have any questions or thoughts or a hand that you want me to go over. Feel free, Dutch@DutchBoyd.com. You can also message me on Twitter.
That's
also,
right. And usually get back to everyone, right?
I try. I gotta say, I mean, sometimes I drop the ball. Sometimes, I say I'm gonna do things and I flake out. We're gonna take over the poker room. Maverick BP, another month. It's great to have you here, man. It's great to have you. Actually, Maverick, you were. This is definitely a resub. It's coming up as a new sub because there was some sort of issue. And Maverick lost his sub badge for a second. It wasn't anything that we did, though, Maverick. I promise you. I have no control over that.
I think I'm gonna
no control.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear these today.
But hey, Maverick, it's pretty awesome of you to support the stream.
How's that look?
Absolutely, feel free. That's one of the sub perks is you can link out to anything that you want.
Yes, and it's wonderful. Thank you for the resub, Maverick.
Maverick BP
You're
linking
awesome.
out to a Colorado Blackhawk HPT event over on tastysteaks.com, and I definitely recommend if you guys are looking at investing in other poker players or putting up your own action for sale, I'm a big fan of tastysteaks.com. I don't have any interest in it as far as having
invested
any vested interest besides just recognizing a good value when I see it. And I will tell you guys, tastysteaks.com, it's free and it works. It's a good place. It's a good market to go and buy and sell pieces of yourself and others. So anytime you have a guy who's putting up pieces of of himself in an event that already is going to be a pretty weak field, but also doesn't actually have a markup, why? It seems like a good deal. But don't just put up Maverick and anybody else. Don't just put up a Tasty Steaks listing and expect it to just sell out on itself. You actually have to go out and kind of pound the pavement and hustle up a stake. That's pretty much what that's part of the game, is going out and using your own social connections, using people that you can who know you personally and who know that you're a good value to fill that up. It's kind of it's weird. It's like one of those things where staking and poker. I actually just wrote a real long article on staking. And I did it for somebody here in the stream. I can't remember who was asking me some questions about staking, but I put up a blog post about it. Sourdough. Yeah, Mighty Sourdough was asking me some questions about staking. So for you, Sourdough, I put up a blog post about it over on DutchBoyd.com. Check it out. Let me see if I can show you a little quick preview of it. But it just talks about all the different issues and thoughts and what you should know when you're thinking about either buying or selling pieces of yourself or others in tournaments. DutchBoyd.com. Let me go ahead and pop it up on stream. If you guys haven't ever checked out my site, don't check it out right now.
Yeah, and if you have any comments about Dutch's spellings or grammar, please direct all those inquiries to Dutch at DutchBoyd.com.
Great to have you here. SD Bub, thanks so much for supporting the channel and supporting the stream, man. It really is. It's really huge of you. Thank you so much. SD Bub, also one of the guys who donated for that Anti for Autism event this weekend. So that was pretty cool of you too, man. SD Bub, it's such a pleasure having you here in the stream. So thank you very much. So this is the site, guys, DutchBoyd.com. If you've never checked it out, you go down here. Here's some stats. How about some poker stats? I think these might be a little bit dated, actually, but 3 bracelets, a little buy my book. And then down here we have some blog posts. Where is it? There it is. Tournament poker staking deals. Click on there. And we'll just come up. Yeah, there it is.
Did you already link it? Yeah.
So, understanding poker staking, problems with makeup, problems without makeup. Basically, just a long article about staking, poker staking. Check it out.
And I wrote an article about how to make a proper steak.
Is that right?
No, I didn't.
Did you actually?
That was funny, though. I mean, I should have. That would have been really, really funny. That's actually a really good idea. I should. But I don't really know how to make... I mean, I just copied.
She cooks up a damn fine steak.
There's a really good Gordon Ramsay video about how to make steak properly, so...
So, check that out,
Your
Maverick
site
BP.
just crashed here. I can't get it. Let's see.
What do you mean my site just crashed?
I'm trying to go to your site right now,
On
and now I can't even.
DutchBoy.com?
It doesn't load.
No.
It's not loading now. Look, you killed it. Yeah, it's not loading. This is
loads for me.
4%. 4%. I don't have it uncookied. Or wait, here he goes. Wait. Nope, still loading. Still loading.
We got Core Bomb in the stream. Good to see you, man. The last time we got second in the tournament, Core Bomb got first.
Still loading.
Which, it's always bittersweet coming in second, but it makes it a little bit nicer.
Took a little long time to load.
First place is a friend of the stream. So good to see you here, Core Bomb. Good luck on your grind if you're playing tonight. Let's do it again, first and second. I'll take second anytime. I'll take second to you, Core Bomb. That sounds fine for me. 9iron12 in the stream. It's good to see you. This is Howdy Hoes and Exmoor. Hope you are well.
Hello.
I hope you are well too, Exmoor.
I'm all right. I might.
And what else do we got going here? We got Slevin. It's good to see you, man. So one of the things that I've kind of flaked off on is those fist bump patches, but I finally got caught up today. Sent everything out. I wanted to have them out on Saturday, but I didn't. I flaked. I'm sorry, you guys, but I got everything out. Slevin, you are one of the fist bump patch envelopes that went out. So check your email for that, and guys, or check your post for that. If you guys haven't gotten them and you've put them in, you've put in your address before Christmas, then they're not coming. We're caught up with everything. If you filled out that Google form before Christmas, then the chances are that it got returned, because we've had about 10 or 15 of them getting returned for sometimes people don't want to put their name, or sometimes they have their address wrong. People move. So
I'm laughing.
if you,
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you.
No, it's not funny. It's
laughing.
tragic. It's tragic.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the shitty food porn that I put up on my Twitter.
You just think
Sorry,
about
you should show everybody how elegant it is.
George McFly firing out half pot. I'm thinking about raising. I'm also thinking about just calling. We have some issues with this hand. It's actually even harder to make the overcall. And now that the 8 of hearts comes and fills out the heart draw, if that's what they had, I think it's just time to go ahead and check fold this hand. I mean, the best case scenario that we're looking at is a chop pot is basically what we're hoping for. We're hoping that someone has like a Jack 10, I guess, or a 10-7. I guess we could also maybe put somebody on like pocket, like a pocket pair. I could see George McFly firing out with like pocket 7s. Yeah, so Jack 10, that's going to work for us. And George McFly, what did you have? Pocket 7s. He had exactly what... It's always fun when you just like call out hands and it turns out to be legit. So George McFly with the pocket 7s and turn the nuts with the Jack 10. So
Wow.
Lovely.
So Dutch, it looks like Decker 7 has some news.
Okay.
Looks like a staking website is going to get some seed funding.
Which one?
Ustake.
Ustake.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I'll
check that out, Decker. I'll tell you what, I'm still working on my own thing, staking.com. And I feel like staking could definitely bring poker into the mainstream. Ustake.com, I don't think it's a really good site. I gotta say, I don't think it's a good site. It's not because I'm biased here and thinking that I want to do something in the staking arena. That doesn't really have anything to do with whether I can get behind a site or not. Ustake.com, the user interface and the actual way that they have it set up is pretty crappy. It's pretty crappy. They've got some good pros attached to it, which is kind of good. But honestly, it's not that hard to get pros attached to a site these days.
Well, it looks like they're doing they joined an accelerator and they got approved for a 4-month accelerator.
Good for them. Good for them. I hope that they can nail down their issues, because Ustake has a lot of issues. Tasty Stakes has some issues too. One of the big things, problems with Tasty Stakes is that they don't have any sort of way to, they don't act as the middleman for you as far as getting your money to the person and paying out from the person. Ustake acts more as the middleman. But there's still some issues with Tasty Stakes, and I think that, quite frankly, I think the user interface is just so bad. I've used Ustake before. I backed a couple of players when they were just launching this summer. I just wasn't really that impressed with how it worked.
I'm really
Anyway.
surprised they got funding, honestly, because of the legality issues. But
Well, there's some issues, but they're kind of resolving themselves. That Jobs Act kind of thing kind of cleared the way for crowdfunding.
is it already passed?
So anyway,
Ooh, God, is this the interface?
how much did they raise?
Oh, look, they got
Did say
featured
how
on
much they
Blah. What? For no, I'm looking at their site right now.
raised? Oh, does it show how much they raised for their little round?
No, it has not. It's
Let
all
me take
right.
a look at it.
It's all right, I guess.
I'm gonna have to look at it. I gotta look at it. Decker, that is good news.
Oh,
And,
their
I
buttons
wish-
don't work. Okay, wait. Oh, wait.
They've got issues. You know,
Well, that's why they're in an accelerator. They're going to improve. Hopefully, they'll put some money into it and get some developers to improve it.
It's a 4-month accelerator program. 500 startups. So 500 startups is one of the the top accelerators right now. They might have received 100,000. That's good. For 5% in equity, that's pretty damn good. So a valuation of like 5 million, that's pretty good.
So wait. So how does UState get paid? Do they take a piece of your action?
That's how they work, yeah.
They do.
So there's some problems. You know, Frank DeGeorge explaining, you stake one of our main goals is to bring transparency and security to the staking marketplace. I think that's a very noble goal there, Frank DeGeorge, and I wish you the best of luck with it. He says, we joined 500 startups to continue to solve problems while learning from the experts. It's amazing how much we're growing as a company to support the community. It's awesome to see poker and tech worlds working together. I wish him the best of luck. You know, one of the problems with trying to put something together like staking.com is that, you know, when you have sites like ustake.com fail at it, then it doesn't help you sell, the business model as like a valid thing.
Well, it's good though because if they do succeed though, it's proof of concept.
That's right. This is one thing
And
I've
then
learned.
I don't have to say don't do that in staking
Oh
thing
man,
anymore.
Michelle's been quite
Man.
the naysayer as far as trying to put that staking.com site together.
Like I said, but if there's a proof of concept and everything's if they go on, I don't see why not. Why you couldn't do it.
10-9 suited, you guys. Pretty good flop.
That is 10-9 suited.
It's always better to come in second, you guys. This is something I've learned about business. Anybody who tells you that there is a first mover advantage, just kick him in the balls. Just straight up, full force, because there is no such thing. It's an advantage coming second. You know, look at Google. As Google was not the first search engine. You look at
That's
Amazon, right, who was not the first bookseller online. You look at a lot of examples over and over. It's a lot better to be able to learn from the mistakes of the people who come before you. Okay, what are you thinking? Sure sounds like an overpair to me. And I'm thinking that we're probably only looking at 9 outs. That's probably what we're looking at. We're probably at about an 18%er here. So let's make the call and probably get blown off of our hand right here, right? Because now we're looking at 4-1 on an 18%er. I mean, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. And if we can, sometimes our 10 and 9 is live. It's pretty close. But then also sometimes he has overcards of the flush draw himself, and we're actually looking at 6 outs instead of 9. God, I hate getting blown off this hand. But yeah, we're gonna go and make the fold. We're just not getting. We're not there. We're not getting the right odds to make the call. So we're gonna go ahead and rebuy, and right off the bat start a little bit off here. Okay, so let's see. Did Cash Shots give that link to his?
What? What?
Gamer Girl says, I didn't get the job I went in for the second interview.
Oh.
Sorry to hear that, Gamer Girl. But she says, however, the executive director really likes me and wants me to come in for a third interview for a different position.
Oh, nice.
Gamer Girl, I wish you the best of luck. I hope that you get everything that you want. I'm sorry that you didn't get exactly what you wanted with the job. But yeah, a third interview, man.
That's a lot of interviewing.
That is a lot of interviewing.
Is that what they do nowadays?
Like, what more is there to ask you, I wonder? What more is there to interview you about?
I don't know.
James 5, what's up,
E.
my
James.
friend?
Hey, you didn't Twitter us, man. How was Vegas?
How was Vegas?
Are you still here? Probably not.
We were sending out a search party for
we
you.
We were looking for you all over Vegas. We were driving around. No.
Yeah. Shorty Lambert in the stream. Good to see you, man. We got WFKS. We got Mozilla. I think Mozilla is actually on the grind with us today. I saw him earlier, I think in the 30, maybe the 10. So good luck on your grind today, Mozilla. We've got who else do we have in the stream today? C-Mac, great to see you. Simpson H, good luck tonight, Dutch. Thank you, Simpson H. Good luck to you too. And Rhino, thanks for the Twitter motivation. Rhino asking if we were going to go on earlier today, and I said yes. Yes, we will. Click you in the stream. Great to see you, man. And Golok33 saying the talented and beautiful Eximoa. The talented and beautiful Eximoa. It's great to.
What about me?
Great to see you.
My eyes hurt today.
Okay, so yeah, I've been kind of slipping on this chat.
Well,
Golok33 read the blog.
James'
Really
adventure.
appreciate your views. Would you mind linking it for others to read again?
I already linked it.
Okay. Little 7-9 offsuit. I feel like maybe seeing a flop with it. Is it a good flop? No, it's not really a good flop. We're halfway to a decent hand. Now he lost his phone out there.
Yeah, he did, and that's why I didn't hear from him. I was wondering why he didn't like say hello. Well, we're very hard to get out of the house.
That's true.
You know. Today I went to Spring Preserve, so it was fun.
We also have Pappas in the stream. Always a pleasure. Always going to be a good stream with Pappas here. Hope that things are going well for you, my friend. We got Headkick 702 calling up both their hands. You sicko. Well, to be fair, I didn't know. I wasn't really calling out both of their hands. I was just suggesting what one or the other might
You're
have.
psychic, Dutch. You know it.
Every once in a while there will be little moments where I'm actually a little bit impressed with my reads and myself. And that was one of those moments where I was like, oh wow, sevens and Jack 10.
It's forever on the internets. And if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe.
I mean, if we actually knew though, that's what he had. Gosh, I hate making this call on this 10. If I actually knew that's what he had, then I would have tried to blow him off the Jack 10. Right? I didn't know that's what he had.
E. James lost 5K on blackjack. 6K. E. James. It's all right. It's all right. Did you play any other games? Did you play any roulette or craps?
So we got Donkfish Doug at the 2K guaranteed. It's good to see you, Donkfish Doug.
Oh, nice.
If you're watching the Twitch, it's great to see you, Doug. Hope that things are going well for you. Oh, 6K on blackjack. That's no good. E. James 5, stay away from those blackjack tables, man. What the hell?
No, he had fun. Hey, we need him to come to Vegas and keep it going. Vegas needs to keep on going, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a lot for blackjack, though.
Yeah, like why not like play poker?
Oh, for a BJ. He's
a
BJ. He just wanted to say 6K for a BJ.
Oh. Well.
It is 6K is way too much for a BJ, for sure.
Yeah. Miami Mutilator.
Miami knows.
LOL. Rabbit Games, good to see you, man.
Oh, cool. He's coming back in October. Okay, then in October we'll make it a. There's a lot. Hey, there's a Renaissance Fair in October. E. James.
So C. Sweeney asking, what is the stream schedule? Usually weekends is what we're doing. C. Sweeney, Thursday through Sunday evenings. Get started about 7 o'clock. On Thursday and Friday. We get started about 5 o'clock on Saturday and about 3 o'clock on the Sunday grind. That's pretty much that's roughly it. RT Kabuto, good to see you, man. He says, hope your day is going a lot better than mine. Man, when you start a sentence like that, then the chances are yes, my day's going better than yours. I haven't even seen what is happening in your day, but my day's going just fine. It's not a good day. It's not a bad day. It's just a normal day.
It sucks getting robbed, dude.
So what happened to him? First
He
day,
got
going
robbed,
back to the gym
man.
in a few months, and had my wallet stolen out of my locked locker.
Yeah, somebody used bolt cutters and cut his locker. That's fucked up, man.
After looking
What
in the locker
gym?
next to mine, seen a stolen pair of bolt cutters there too.
Damn.
Man, that's bullshit, dude. That's horrible, man. I'm sorry to hear that. That does suck getting robbed. You know what's the worst thing about getting robbed? Is that you look around at everybody and you just kind of hate everybody. It like takes away your trust in people, in the goodness of people. It takes away your trust. You look around and you just like.
The name of your stream is wrong?
I don't think so.
Hey guys, the name of your stream is wrong. LOL.
I don't think so, Asdrubal. I think that it's right. Maybe not.
Did you not update
I
it?
thought that I updated it, but maybe not.
No, it's right. Episode 14. January
You might have to
28th.
refresh, Asdrubal. You might have to refresh.
It's a little trick.
We got the Tarsk in the stream. Great to see you, the Tarsk.
Hey,
Coming in with
the
those fist
Tarsk.
bumps, coming up with those pizza emotes. I hope today is the day
And Shorty
for
Lambert.
cheesy pepperoni goodness. I hope today is the cheesy pepperoni day,
And I think that you should get
not a salty day.
a pepperoni. If you lose, you get a pepperoni spaghetti bowl.
Pepperoni. You want to link
No,
that?
it's just gross. No. No, I
Pepperoni
don't.
bowl.
Yeah.
Someone posted a bun. They made a gourmet meal where they made a bowl out of pepperoni
The pepperoni bowl is pretty awesome.
and then
but
put
I don't know about
SpaghettiOs in the bowl.
It's pretty gross.
And then they actually went and took some real nicely lit
I used to love
food
SpaghettiOs.
shots and put it on Reddit under shitty food
food
porn,
porn.
which I found out today that is a
Subreddit.
That is
Yes,
a subreddit.
it's one of my faves.
Shitty
I
food porn.
want to give a shout out to Alan. He is new in the stream. Hello, Alan. 32683.
It's good to see
Odd
you.
numbers. Is that your combination?
32683.
Yeah. Greetings.
Alan 32683.
And Rabbit Games. Hello.
Rabbit Games is not new to the stream.
I know he's been here.
Rabbit Games is turning into a regular. Good to see you again.
Yeah.
NVN177.
His wife is a gamer. They're from Texas.
Send Evening Dutch. Thank you very much, NVN177. So Golok33 says, okay, the first hand, you have King. The villain pushes all in. Do you call for your tourney? I say yes, but I've seen such aggression with aces. Hopefully this makes sense. It's a tough one, Golok.
Depends on. Don't you think it depends on where you're where you're at as far as the length of the tournament? Like if you're at the bubble.
He's saying
know.
early on.
Early,
the very
early?
first hand.
Oh, it's the first hand.
So,
first. I thought you meant for. Okay.
The very first hand, and everyone's super deep usually in a tournament. Everyone's going to have 100 big blinds. So let me tell you something. Shoving for 100 big blinds is a mistake. Whatever he's shoving with, it's a mistake. So, if he has aces, which is the only hand that you're really worried about, if he has aces, it's a mistake for him to be shoving because he doesn't get any value out of his hands. He's just not getting called there, except in those rare cases where someone has kings or maybe even queens and decides not to let it go. So it's a mistake to shove with aces 100 big blinds unless the player is so good that he can soul read you and he knows exactly what you're holding and he knows that you have kings and he knows that you will call off. Okay? So that's the only time. It's one of those kind of weird poker situations where sometimes, a really, really good play and a really, really bad play look the same. But they're made for different reasons. It's a good play if you know exactly what a guy has and know exactly how he'll respond, and you make the shove because you're worried about the flop coming, ace, queen, jack, and you just losing your kings. You lose the guy. If you know he's willing to put 100 big blinds in with pocket kings pre-flop on the first hand of the tournament when you're just overshoving, then maybe it's a good play. But for the most part, it's not going to be a good play. It's going to be a bad play. And so, if a player is going to be making that kind of mistake, and it'd be a mistake with aces, let's go ahead and say that he'll go ahead and make that mistake with a lot of other hands too. So I make the call. Unless I have some sort of reason to believe that this guy is so good at poker that he knows that I have kings. But otherwise, I say, yeah, make the call and say this guy's making a mistake. So let's go ahead and just hope that he's making the mistake with queens or ace king, and you're going to be able to get it in as a 2-1 or 4.5-1 favorite. More often than not. If he's going to make that stupid shove with aces, then he's probably going to make that stupid shove with sevens. He's probably going to make that stupid shove with ace king. He just doesn't know. He doesn't know that he's not thinking in terms of, wow, I'm really going to just shove with 120 big blinds here and not get any action. All he's thinking is, oh, all in. He sees it on TV, and he wants to feel the feeling of going all in. So let him feel the feeling of walking back to the parking lot with a bad beat, saying, oh, I had queens and I shoved and he called with kings, nothing I could do. Go ahead and let him have that feeling. So I'd say call. V. Hearn, good to see you, says, did you see Jason talk at Aussie? LOL, poker is now a reality TV show. No, I didn't see Jason's talk. But I've been watching a little bit of the stream over there. It looks like he's doing a great job, and I hope that I hope it helps build poker. Gotta love Jason Somerville and his constant effective efforts as for promoting the game and being a good ambassador for poker. Okay, guys, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go get some green tea. I think. Don't go anywhere. Okay, guys, we're back. You got any thoughts?
I don't know how they connected the pepperoni. That's my thoughts. And when are we going to do the league again, Dutch?
It's paste, right? Didn't you just use super glue
with their tongue? I don't know. I don't know. It's
oh man,
it's really a crazy picture. I sent it in though. So, Dutch, did you do Cash Spot's hand history already? You did that, right? Or
no, I didn't see the link. I was waiting for Cash Shots to do the link.
I can't link. He can't link because he's not a sub. So I didn't see the, and I can't see the.
Well, just whisper it to me then, Cash Shots.
Yeah, me.
Or just post the link. You can post the link, and Nightbot will mute you, but it's okay.
Yeah, we can see it actually.
I can still see it. I think anyone can still see it, right?
Yeah,
I think that if you get muted, anyone can still just click on the mute and be like, "Oh, look at that."
Yeah. Greetings, the Bob Hatter muted. And Poker Mindset Coach. Welcome to the stream.
It's good to see you guys. Good to see the fearless mods. Poker Mindset Coach.
Here it is.
Always a pleasure. Bob Hatter. Always a pleasure.
I'll whisper it to you.
Shit. I still need to send Bob Hatter his check for that big piece I picked up.
Shit, Dutch.
Still haven't sent it. Still haven't sent it.
Mr. Procrastination.
I've got until sometime in February. I think February 12th is the deadline.
Okay, it's the hands to you, dear.
Okay.
Send it to you.
Let me go ahead and take a look here. MIZ 1/20/2016. It's got King Queen. Okay, this is good. I'll go ahead and we can look at this. It's a pretty bad flaw for pocket jacks. Still firing out though. I still think that we're probably ahead. Quan Lee makes the fold, and that's just fine with us. Just fine with me. I don't think there's a chance that Quan Lee is drawing stone cold dead on that flop. I think that we're probably looking at him having at least 3 outs, maybe more. So picking up the equity is fine. So Pat's Poker 23 agrees. He thinks that go luck that you have to call with a king. Anyone with ace would try to get more value, and they wouldn't shove with ace. I mean, that's not always the case, Pat's Poker. But I think that the bottom line is this: it's a mistake to shove. So if they're going to make that mistake with aces, they will probably make that mistake with other hands. And kings is going to be ahead of, quite ahead of the range that they're going to be coming to the table with, and that's going to be in those weird situations where someone's shoving for, just over shoving. We're not talking about like it's raised and re-raised and now someone 4-bet shoves. That's going to be different. It's going to be when it's an obvious like, wow, where did that bet come from? That bet makes absolutely 0 sense. 0 sense. Doesn't accomplish whatever you're trying to do with whatever hand you've got, then go ahead and make the call. Okay, so I'm not sure what you're talking about there, V. Hearn, talking about the stand-up speech like Jobs. He's probably talking about Somerville, right? He's talking about Jay Carver.
I believe so. I don't know. I didn't see that. I missed it.
He just had a speech. It was sickening. We'll
have to go watch it.
Who had the speech? I'm completely lost here. I'm completely lost. Okay, so King 7 suited at this table in the big blind. Is this an interesting hand? Everyone folding to turn the nuts? Could be. It could be. We get the walk. Pretty early to get a walk, huh? Another King 7 offsuit. Is that an interesting hand? This is an interesting hand. We've got
Dead Draw Todd subscribing for 10 months.
Dead Draw Todd. Great to have you here, man. Thank you so much for supporting the stream. Really awesome of you. Thank you, buddy. Dead Draw Todd. Thanks for sticking with us and keeping the stream going, keeping the channel alive. Keeping the dream alive. So we got this is Cash Shot's hand, and this is an interesting hand. Let's see what happens. He's in. It looks like a, what is this? A 25-50 cent no limit 6-handed event, or not a game? It's a cash game. This is a cash game. So it's a King Queen offsuit in the small blind. 6-handed cash games. Usually you're going to see someone. You're rarely going to see walks here. So I doubt that it goes fold, fold, fold. Let's see what ends up happening. So he raises, and now the question is, what do you do with King Queen? You got the button raising, and you've got King Queen. Do you make the call and let C3 come in for a $1, getting 3.5 to 1? Then pretty much, I mean, if you're making the call, I guess you're basically playing fit or fold poker, right? If you don't hit a king or a queen or something, you're going to just check fold. I mean, is that the plan? Is that the plan when you make the call here with king queen? Are you going to just automatically give seat 10 better than you? I mean, seat 10 is definitely going to be raising here with a pretty wide range consisting of any ace. Probably any court cards. Probably even like any sort of suited king or maybe even offsuit kings. Maybe suited connectors. Any pocket pair is probably what we're putting seat 10 on without really knowing too much about his tendencies or anything. Just standard default aggressive 6-max strategy. We're going to just say that he is decent player. Okay, so against that kind of range, I kind of feel like King Queen probably should be ahead. I think that it doesn't even really matter if you're going to be ahead or not, because I think that you're probably better off raising here than just calling. It's probably better to go ahead and put him on the defensive, put him on the spot where he's playing fit or fold. You don't really want to get too much, invested pre-flop in cash games, but it doesn't matter. Go ahead and take the initiative. I say raise here. I think that raising is better than folding. Raising is better than calling. 3-bet here. If you had position on him, I'd be going for about 2.5x or 3. Since he has position on you, I'd be going 3.5x. So make it like 450 or $5, and then follow up with a c-bet. That's pretty much what my game plan would be. Let's see what you do. You make it 350, so not really enough. Not really enough to tell that convincing of a story here. I think that I don't think it's enough. I think that you need to be raising more here, but I do like the raise better than the call. I'm going to say seat 3 folds and seat 10 probably calls, and now you're going to be kind of in a weird spot when the flop comes what? Oh, King 4. So you fire out a c-bet, I guess? Is that what your plan is? Is that what you're going to do? Or do you now shut down? You seize the pre-flop aggression, so when you hit a flop like this, King 4, he should be expecting a c-bet from anything that you have, since you can kind of represent an ace-king. That's really all he should be thinking that you are trying to represent. Because your pre-flop bet and your post-flop c-bet doesn't really scream king-queen to me. It would scream ace-king to me, or nothing. So I don't really think that, the way that this hand played out, that a check is a good move here. Because seat 10 here, if he has like a pocket pair, if he has a flush draw, or really anything, he could have anything and decide that and decide that your c-bet doesn't really mean much. Because you made the 3-bet pre-flop, your c-bet doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean that you have a king. But because you should be firing out a c-bet with pretty much any 2 cards that you would make the 3-bet with, whether it's queen-jack suited, whether it's pocket fives, whether it's ace-jack. I would expect, if I was seat 10, that your entire range is going to get a c-bet with this kind of harmless polarizing flop. This is a polarizing board. So since your c-bet doesn't mean much, a lot of times you're going to get guys who, all of a sudden have a scratch. And the only time that I'm going to really start being worried about a hand like, pocket nines here, or hold on, let's get back to what just happened. Here we are. The only time I'm getting, really worried about and making the fold with, making like a hero fold here is going to be if you actually check and then try to pick up the aggression on the turn of the river. So if you were to have checked this and I checked back, or even fired out a bet myself and then you called, and then you're going for like a 3/4 pot bet on the turn, or a big bet on the river, that's when I would start slowing down if I was seat 10. So c-bet, please c-bet, don't slow play. Any slow play. Okay, so now if I'm seat 10, now that check to me is screaming, oh, I just hit a king. He checks back. The jack comes on the turn, and now you try to go ahead and get some value out of it, I guess. You bet $3, less than your pre-flop. Now he's going to call you if he's got a draw. I don't really see him raising unless he has, unless he has fours full or jacks full. I don't really think that jacks full is that likely. If you get raised here, then you really should just call and then check call the river. kind of expecting that he's going to have you beat. So I'm going to guess that he makes the call, and now he's making the call there with probably some sort of draw, putting you on a king, putting on exactly what you have. You're basically kind of playing the rest of his hand a little bit face up because he didn't see bet on the flop. The 4 comes on the end, and you should be in great shape. The problem, though, is that the only hands that he can have where you're not splitting or losing is those quad 4s or jacks full or busted draw. So this is actually a good opportunity for you to check. The way that you played the hand out, you're probably better off checking here and hoping that he fires out a bluff with a hand like like a hand like Queen 10 or a busted flush draw. You also might even get a real thin value bet out of hands like Ace Jack, Queen Jack. So your best bet here, since the most likely hand that he could have made the call with doesn't include a king, doesn't include a 4. It is probably to just go ahead and check and induce the bluff. And if he does fire out a bet, maybe you go for a thin check raise. But I'm probably just gonna go ahead and make the call. Instead, you fire out $5, and I think that is not really the right move. I think that if you are going to go ahead and value bet, you probably should be going for a little bit higher of a value bet. What ends up happening? Now he raises to $8 more. And this is when your best bet is just to go ahead and make the call. You shouldn't shove here. You do shove. What can he call you with that you're not chopping? Like Jack's full, Ace 4. I think it's a really bad shove here that you're costing yourself $30 in just unnecessary risk because you're never getting called with worse here. You're just never getting called with the Queen Jack. You're just never getting called with a Jack 10. And C10 should be putting you on an Ace King anyway because you didn't C bet the flop. So yeah, the only way that you're getting called here is you're either splitting or you're losing to quads. Having said that, I'm going to make I'm going to hit play. We're looking at 25 cent, 50 cent. I'm going to hit play.
Guess first, what do you think he has?
What do I think C10 has?
Yeah.
I think C10. I mean, the fact that or C10 could have like pocket 10s here or Ace Queen, and cash shots is like a brag hand history.
Oh, nice.
But probably what we're looking at here is a beat.
Brag.
That's what I think. It could be a brag. We'll see. You get called with what?
Oh.
King Jack.
Oh, no way. Well, yeah.
So never getting called with a hand that's that you're not at best chopping with.
Interesting. Sucks.
It's not like a c-bet really would have changed the result at all. You got 3 outed. We can be results oriented though if we want. We can talk about it. I told you how I would have played the hand. I would have played the hand much differently on every single street that you played. I would have played it differently pre-flop. I would have played it differently on the flop. I would have played it differently on the turn. I would have played it differently on the river. I think that it was a mistake to put in that $30 re-raise. I also think it was a mistake to not c-bet. But if you had c-bet, and I also think it was a mistake to raise as little as you did pre-flop. I think that you would have, you want to put more money in pre-flop there. If you had c-bet, and then he either makes the call or makes the raise on the flop, I mean, it's going to start getting pretty dangerous there. And then on the end, you're looking pretty, yeah, I don't know. The way that you played the hand, I think that you lost $30 here unnecessarily. The way that I would have played the hand, I think that I would have lost more than $20 because I would have c-bet and he would have called or raised, and then I would have continued my drive or maybe decided to start slow playing on the turn. and check raising the turn, or check calling, and then maybe firing out big on the end, or check and inducing a bluff on the end. I'm not saying that I wouldn't have lost money here, because I would have, but I don't think that the way that you played the hand, I don't think that you really need to make that $30 re-raise at the end. Okay, let's go back to the present. Let's go back to the present. Let's go back to the gift of the now, which is the present is a gift, which is why they call it now. Three deuce suited. Is this a really a fun hand to play? Not really. Wow, Romanian Mike, what are you doing, buddy? Donk leading 3/4 in the pot in the $10, $2K guaranteed. Anybody else have any thoughts about that King Queen King Jack hand? That green tea seeped just a little bit too long, guys. Ruffles, great to see you in the stream. I don't know what you're responding to.
Probably the
as far as the question that needs to be answered
to be
is who truly stands to gain the most from online poker being rigged. The riggers. I guess Ruffles. I don't know what you're getting at, but no, wsop.com is not rigged. No, whatever site that Cash Shots was playing as King Queen and got the 3-outer on the turn, that is not rigged. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and make the raise here with Ace-10 offsuit. I feel like Bling It to Me making the open limp under the gun +1. Ace-10 is going to be ahead of his range there. I'm putting Bling It to Me on a small pocket pair, a weak ace, or court cards. Maybe suited connectors. And pretty much anything there we're either ahead of or a slight dog to. I'll go ahead and take the pre-flop aggression. Establish myself as the aggressor. Set myself up to be that to put him on a fit or folds type defense position. That's the plan. Yes, INVN177. He could have jacks. It's a lot more likely that he has, a random king in his hand than jacks. It's a lot more likely that he has king jack than jacks, I think. Right? 1, 2, 3. Well, maybe. No, it's not a lot more likely. It's exactly the same amount of likelihood that he has king jack versus jacks. I don't think that he's calling the re-raise on the river with jacks. I also am not convinced that he'd be. What do we do with Witz's 3-bet here? This is kind of a rough one. I don't feel like making the fold here is right. Ace Queen is big enough where it feels a little too weak to fold here. But it also feels wrong to call. I don't know. It feels also wrong to make the 4-bet. I think I would feel better about making the 4-bet though than just making the call. So it's 1-1-1-0, checking back on that 10-4-2-2 flop. On that 10-4-2 flop. Beantown, good to see you, my friend. Yeah, so we're probably looking at like an ace king by Wits 1110. Yeah, nice hand there. Nice hand there, Wits. Getting all 5 cards to hit a 3-outer. Maybe we should just fold that. Maybe we should just fold pre-flop and say, yeah, Wits is never 3-betting with worse than ace queen. I don't know. It just feels so. It just feels too tight. Beantown, thanks so much, man. 10 months in a row.
That is amazing.
It's pretty much from the beginning, man.
Thank you, Beantown Red. I love your emoticons. Mwah. He's the best ones.
And the network coming through saying, hey, Dutch, thanks for turning me on to Paul Daywald's stream. It's interesting seeing his style, and it's a fun stream. Paul Daywald, man, he's good. He says, Paul Daywald is the best, says Bob Hatter. That is pretty funny. That is maybe one of my favorite things about his stream is when he's like, we're the best. We're the best. Yeah, I like Paul. He's amusing. I hope that he sticks with Twitch. I think that he's good for the Twitch community. Definitely, one of the toughest things about being a poker streamer is actually being able to beat the game and sustain your action. I mean, that's one of the problems. It's the difference between streaming League of Legends, streaming Hearthstone, streaming Fallout 4, and streaming poker. If you don't actually beat the game of poker. And you can't make up for your losses by other Twitch revenue, then you can't really sustain in the channel. So right off the bat, Paul is coming at the poker Twitch channel with an advantage because he definitely beats the game. Definitely beats the game. I mean, he put in more volume than anybody last year. Sealed up 2015's Player of the Year honors here in Nevada. And yeah, he's good. He's good. He knows what he's doing. So it's informative watching him play. I think I've checked out a few of his streams. He's only done a few, but I've checked out a few of his streams so far. He definitely plays some hands a little differently than I do. Goes more for an exploitive strategy rather than kind of an optimal strategy. So, a lot of times I'm watching and feeling like, yeah, I would have played that differently, but he's not wrong to play it the way he's playing it. He's just playing, much more exploitively than I would. Blurred 11's good to see you in the stream, man. And DD Pool's chilling out here. Putting a little squeeze play here in the 2K. Do we get through here? I think we get through here. Romanian Mike has been open limping so often. If we don't get through, I think that it's going to be Choo Choo who sees a flop with us. T-Spin Jr. probably does an overcall, and then we'll probably be able to take Choo Choo off of it post-flop. No, Choo Choo just decides to go ahead and say, yeah, if you want to try this, then it's going to cost your whole stack. Well, we do have 9-4 offsuit, so I'm not going to go ahead and see it, Choo Choo. Nice play.
Choo Choo.
Oh, to have 200 big blinds.
Oh, I know. How did he get?
Oh,
wait,
to be a dragon.
How did he get all those chips?
Of enormous size. What is that Dragon Whelp quote? Any of you guys know what I'm talking about? Is it too niche? Let's make the call here with King 10 off. 4-5-8. Check fold.
Dragon?
The Dragon Whelp flavor text is what I'm talking about. Dragon Whelp flavor text, MTG. Oh, to be a dragon of silkworm size or immense. Marianne Moore said that. I don't know if that's a real person or a made-up person just for the game of Magic the Gathering. Looks like it is a real person. Marianne Moore, a poet. Written in 1957. An American modernist poet from Kirkwood, Missouri. Marianne Moore. Writer of Oh to Be a Dragon. You want to see what, yeah, it doesn't matter. That's kind of cool. MTG, Magic the Gathering, used to be a little bit more highbrow than it is now. 600. In the 10. Like a Fool, good to see you. And talking to Heyman 2015, could other sites be rigged to keep weaker players winning to keep the site generating rake? No, Heyman. Impossible. It's impossible. Okay, so maybe not impossible, but highly improbable. I want you to think about what you're suggesting.
Cheats.
You know, you're
Scammers.
You're basically suggesting that the site administrators themselves are rigging the game to make sure that withdrawals don't happen. Okay. The problem with that line of thinking is that they're already making so much money off of the rake that they're basically killing their cash cow and exposing themselves to a tremendous risk of someone actually, running the numbers and seeing, look, weak players hit their sets more often than strong players do. Look at this. Weak players who are overall losers on the site hit their flushes more often than players who are winning do. That doesn't really make a lot of. It's going to be discovered. It's going to be discovered the same way that they discovered the Pot Ripper scandal, the same way that they discovered the UB scandal. Poker players are smart and suspicious. So now we're going to go ahead and, I guess, slow play George McFly. This is basically the same kind of hand that we were talking about with that King Queen. I mean, it's a little different since we're not squeezing the button raise. We're doing this instead. But this is kind of the way that I like playing it when we just crush flops is firing out on the let's go ahead and let him go ahead and fire out a thin value bet. Fire out the C bet, and then slow play on the turn. Maybe go for value on the river. It turns out, this is that hand that we just saw with the Ace-9 is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. George McFly's a good player. I'm not trying to take anything away from the way that he played this hand, but look how he played it. This is what I'm talking about. This is why, when you completely crush the flop and you fire out a C bet, look what ended up happening. George McFly made the call with absolutely nothing. Queen 9 suited with a backdoor flush draw, not because he's hoping to hit a queen, not because he's hoping to hit a 9. He's floating the hand. So when the jack hits the turn and we check to him, now, by firing out the C bet, we're giving him the opportunity to take it to the next level and either raise right there on the flop or make a float play. So when he made the call on the flop, and we decide to, we fire out the half pot, and he makes the call on the flop. The jack of spades comes on the turn, and we check to him. We're letting him go ahead and continue his float play. And the nice thing about this is now on the river, when the queen of spades comes, it's not really supposed to hit any hand that he's floating with. So, if that queen didn't actually pair his hand and give him showdown value, he's coming in for another 1,700. If that's a 4 of spades instead of a queen of spades, we're going to check here and we're going to get another 1,900 value. Maybe even more. Maybe even more. Instead, the queen of spades comes, which is the worst card for us because it shuts down our action and it gives George McFly enough showdown value where he doesn't have to continue with his float. But this is exactly why it's okay when you completely crush the flop like we did, ace-3 with an ace-9, and you're in a situation where George McFly would expect a c-bet from any 2 cards. The ace-3 is actually a better hand to go ahead and represent nothing with a c-bet than like an ace, like an ace 4-3. The fact that there's 2 aces on there make it less likely that we have an ace in our hands. So George McFly can continue with all sorts of weak holdings, including hands that he's going to decide to float with. And I like the float here, George. I mean, it definitely is going to work a good chunk of the time. It's going to work when we are c-betting with absolute trash, and most of the time that's what we're doing. So you gotta hand it to George for having that in his arsenal, and I like the float play. Didn't work that time because we actually had the strong hand. HPT Poker, good to see you in the stream, my friend. Some shakeups going on out there, and looking forward to seeing the HPT develop and thrive. We've been promoting that HPT Colorado event that you guys are doing here on the stream. We've got a couple of players who have sold pieces of themselves here on the stream, including Bob Hatter, including JD Cole, including Maverick BP, and hoping that the fist bump crew makes a good appearance out there at the Golden Gates there in Colorado. You're a little quiet over there, Eximo.
I'm listening.
Am I talking your ear off?
You're going and I'm listening. Listening. I'm looking at my pictures here. Yes, everyone. I tend to listen. How you doing over there? How's your chips?
And Heyman 2015 saying, did you ever play with Big Dog Pocket Fives? I've never played with him, but he, proof is in the pudding, man. Proof is in the pudding. He makes deep runs. He plays good. I've watched him plenty of times, and I like his game.
Yeah, he just started streaming again, right?
He just had a baby, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. I like Big Dog.
Yeah, he started streaming in, though. We haven't caught his stream yet. I think he started either yesterday or today.
So Pappy Van Winkle's saying, why would they cheat when they have the equity in the rig? I think that when people are cheating online, when you've got insiders trying to rig the game one way or the other, usually it's a rogue employee who is benefiting directly from the rigging, not a widespread systemic rigging of trying to change the withdrawals and change the whole economy of the card room itself. I mean, that's never happened, and I don't expect that would ever happen. I think that it's a lot more likely that you're going to have some rogue employee who's able to hole card players. That's happened. You've got and sometimes that rogue employee ends up being one of the top guys on the site, like with Ultimate Bet and Russ Hamilton. That surprised everybody because he was such a stakeholder. It's like, why would you kill your own site?
Yeah. Well,
I think that is just one of those things where he's been cheating at poker since forever, and that's just how he did it. I don't think it was even like a financial. It just There was another motivation there. Yeah, he cheated a lot of people, a lot of high-profile guys. From what I hear, he cheated Ben Affleck in those games, and that's why Ben Affleck wrote Runner Runner. From what I hear, he cheated Mike Banazzo in those games, and this is a guy that he like hung out with and golfed with. You know, it's just like, wow.
Yeah, that's fucked up, dude.
It is fucked up.
Or messed up. Bleep.
Well, if there's a time and a place.
That's bleeped out, man. Yeah, some people, it's just in their nature, you know?
We got Romanian Mike chilling out in the stream. Romanian Mike saying, if you only knew how strong I limp usually. Well, so far, Romanian Mike, we've seen you limp a few times in this 2K.
Is he playing right now? He's playing with you?
I'm going to go ahead and suggest that you don't limp as strong as you think that you limp. But sure, I'm sure that sometimes you're limping with strong hands. I don't like the limps, man. I think it's a mistake to open limp. Strong hand or not, I think it's a mistake to open limp. So, I think I missed my, so we raised with Jack 10, and decided to just check back the flop because we're up against two opponents, and decided not to c-bet. Now another ace comes out. I guess now we go ahead and try to push the king-queen off. I don't think that we're really getting the 7s or the 8s to fold, so I'm kind of not loving this bet here, but at the same time, it gets through enough. It gets through more than 40% of the time, in my opinion. Probably less than 50, more than 40. That's how I would probably put this. We're definitely getting called by any ace, definitely getting called with any pair, but we are getting the king queens and the queen jack suiteds and the 9-10 suiteds off the hand. So yeah, any pairs giving us a call. Nice hand there, Goss Corp. Thank you for the free cards on the turn and the river. I think with pocket 9s, you got to make that bet on the flop. And you probably also should be making the bet on the turn. There's just not a lot of safe cards on the turn and the river when you've got pocket 9s and the flop came ace rag.
I wish Real Game Rabbits that Dutch set up a Skype thing to have everyone sing me happy birthday. That would have been the best birthday present in the world. But no, Dutch sung me happy birthday. He can do it now because is it trademark? Is it copyright? Dutch.
It was a copyright.
Copyright. There's no copyright.
No copyright on birthday anymore.
So Dutch can now sing
Happy
to me
birthday.
happy birthday without any feeling of breaking any of the rules. So that was kind of nice. Hot Dutch.
Yep. Maverick BP, good luck on the Tasty Six. I hope it fills out for you, man. I hope it does. And feel free to link to it a few times. Anytime you want here on the stream. As a sub perk, guys, you get to link out and not get muted by that draconian fascist nightbot.
Oh, I thought you meant like me.
No.
Oh.
No. And making the Bony Fish, good to see you here in the stream. Says, so Dutch, Bob Hatter and I had a discussion while watching Seattle Pros stream. Would you be willing to have me join you later when I make some plans to get in WSOP circuit event in April? And let's talk poker and possible offer up to 50% stake in Ash. Bob said you would probably be willing to entertain the idea. Yeah, Bony Fish, I'm always willing to entertain the idea. Which event are you going to be playing? WSOP circuit event in April. Which one is that? Is that New Orleans? Or is that St. Louis? Definitely always wishing you and all the other subs the best of luck in accomplishing your poker goals, and I'm here to try to help you do that. So I'm more than willing to have you on, talk about the WSB circuit event, talk about the structure, talk about what your what a general strategy should be in. Although it's always kind of weird talking about strategy in poker because it's not really a strategy game; it's a tactics game. 7-10 of hearts, V Caesar making the shove. I'm going to make the fold here. We're almost at another 13 minutes until the add-on period in this 3K hits. So, kind of hate having to have already made the rebuy. We had that flush draw and then got bet off of our flush draw on the turn. That kind of sucked. Took a pretty big piece of us off. Ace Jack versus Ace 4. V Caesar, man. I don't really love that Ace 4 shove. I'm gonna go ahead and give him that bull. Kind of spewy towards the end of the rebuy period. In the 30. 3-bet shoved for 10 big blinds with Ace 4 suited. A little spewy. A little bit spewy. Gosscourt making the call there with Ace Jack. As he should. V Caesar just doesn't have enough to really get folds in those kind of situations. Making the fold here with Ace 6 suited.
I have a Backstreet song in my head for some reason. I don't even know why. Just so you know, Dad. You need to stop singing Backstreet Boys, okay?
I'm not singing Backstreet Boys. I wasn't doing any Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, but why is it in my head?
Why is Backstreet's back?
No, no. Everybody. It just...
Isn't that the same song?
Is it? It probably is. God, I hate that song. I don't hate that song. It's just, why is it in my head? Now I give it to everyone here on the stream. Everybody.
Muted. Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm done what I was doing. Now I'm going to speak with you, Russ. What are you doing now? What do you have here? What do you have in your in the 10 here?
They can't see the 10.
Oh, they can't?
The feature event today is the 30.
Oh, okay. All right.
So what do we have in the 30? 2-3 offsuit, nothing. And then in the 10, we're kind of going down a bad path with 6 high against...
oh, my God, Dutch. Jesus.
Against a really big stack on Ace-King-10 board where he's made the call, so it's just going to be done with it.
Yeah, that was kind of... Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was the story you were trying to tell there?
Legal Action says, I demand happy birthday for Exmoa on stream.
That's right. You better sing.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
Yeah, it's done, dude. My birthday's done.
So, Romanian Shark says, I have some notes on you, Dutch.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
Oh, gosh, Romanian.
Good to know.
I do, too. Is he playing with you?
He was playing in the $10 one with us.
Oh,
He's not with us anymore.
Oh.
The thing is, we're really trying to play an optimal route, not an exploitive route. The difference, there's a difference.
Is it Romanian Mike?
Yeah, it was Romanian Mike. The difference between the two, man, is the optimal route, the GTO route, is playing in a way that there is no way to adjust. So you're sacrificing some equity by not playing in an exploitive way. Some people say exploitative. I feel like, why do you need the extra syllable?
I like it. Exploitative sounds better.
You think exploitative sounds better than exploitive? Yeah. I don't think it does. I think that.
Yeah, I do.
I think that the.
So there.
I think that exploitative is more common. Saying exploitative versus exploitive, it's more common. It used to be less common, but it's kind of become the favored way of expressing that word.
It's kind of like the way you exploit me.
Yeah.
Or wait.
That's right.
How would you use that as a sentence? See? Can't.
With the difference here is exploitive or exploitative play is trying to take advantage of the mistakes of your opponents, whereas optimal play is trying to play in a way that you can't be taken advantage of. So when we do things like always c-bet, it doesn't even matter what their defense, and it's not always. We're not always c-betting, but a very high percentage of the time when we're heads up with a pre-flop aggression. It doesn't really. We're not trying to exploit our opponents in that we're not like really paying that much attention to what they're calling. With what their calling frequencies are, what their raising frequencies are, what their folding frequencies are. We're trying to play in a way that we don't have to worry about it, because we're trying to play in an optimal route where they can't exploit us. Okay, so that's the difference. That's the difference. The idea here, what I'm trying to say is, it doesn't matter if you've got notes on us. It doesn't matter if you know that we're going to be taking, that we're going to sometimes be 3-betting light. It doesn't matter if you know that we're never open limping, or that sometimes we take shots against open limpers. It doesn't really matter, because in order to exploit that, you have to actually be playing less than optimally yourself. That by definition, exploitative or exploitative play is less than optimal. So. Like, how are you going to exploit a guy who abuses open limpers? Oh, I guess you're going to open limp. Okay, you go right ahead if you think that that's going to if that's going to be profitable for you in the long run. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Even if you know that even if you know that, like, oh, this guy right here is 25% of the time I open limp, just can't help himself, and he'll go and try to fire out a squeeze. Even if you know that, it's still in my opinion, a mistake to open limp. Yeah, let's go ahead and make this 1800 here. Oh, you guys can't see.
Thank you for telling me, though. I can see, Dutch.
We might be getting knocked out of this 2K right now.
Hey, so Chant, he says, what's better than pocket 10s, Dutch?
What's better than pocket 10s?
Yes, pocket 11s.
Pocket 11s. Pocket 11s is better than pocket 10s. That's making the fold here with the ace-4 suited. And no, we decided not to go out, even though we were probably up against ace-king with a pocket pair in the $10 tournament. Decided not to, because we're never ahead. We're only hoping to be slightly ahead. So chant, man, 11 months in a row. I don't think we've seen that 11 months yet. I think that's the first time we've seen the 11 months. Wow, it's almost
one more month for a year.
Since the beginning.
Did we start last year?
Since the bitter beginning.
Put us last year in March, huh?
It's awesome to have you here on the stream. It's awesome of you to stick with us as long as you have, and thank you so much for being a positive part of the poker community. You guys, Sochant sometimes streams himself too.
Yeah.
So we've thrown a host there a couple of times, and I will continue. And wish you the best of luck, and thank you so much for supporting the stream, Sochant. It really means the world to me. Ugh, we've got 21 big blinds in this 2K guaranteed. Kind of hate it. Is that true? Pappy Van Winkle? It's a proven fact that chewing gum will eliminate songs stuck in your head.
I don't know if it's true. I think he works for a Bubblicious.
Yeah. Yeah. Pappy Van Winkle, it sounds like you are just a mouthpiece for the chewing gum lobby.
Yes.
Sounds like Bazooka Joe is basically controlling every word you say. Let's go ahead and make the raise here.
He says it's true. Proven fact through several thousand personal studies. Let's see. See, I didn't have the song in my head until I remembered that I had the song in my head, and I forgot because I had given it away. Now it's back to me. The cycle. Daniel Inferno, just in time to watch the stream. Welcome to the stream.
Daniel Inferno, it's good to see you, man. Good to see you, Danny. Is it okay if I call you Danny? Can I call you Danny? Is that a little too familiar here? Let's go ahead and make the half pot size C-bet into Quanley. Jack 5-7, not really the flop we're looking for. Maybe he makes the shove. Maybe makes the call instead. Well, let's put him to the test, I guess. And if he calls, let's just hit one of our 14 outs.
Let's see some. Roman Shark Roman says that notes help a lot! Exclamation mark, Dutch.
He's right. They do.
They do. I take notes all the time on Dutch.
So Sean, talking about that.
Oh, you have a discount code.
I have that discount code listed. If you guys have already ordered the fist bump shirts, it's probably not, if you did it like in the last day or two, it's probably not too late to go ahead and just email them with the discount code and say, hey, I just emailed it. I know it's kind of a pain in the ass, but
oh, you ended up moving it up, by the way, didn't?
It's a pretty high hourly rate for a 30-second email to say, hey, I bought this, but I didn't realize that there was a discount code. So if you bought the T-shirt, the official fist bump T-shirt from the Run Good Gear site, then I'd encourage you to go ahead and just take the 30 seconds and say, hey, by the way, I had a discount code that I forgot to use.
Yes. I can't wait till we get our shirts, Dutch. It'd be really cool. So what's the code anyways, Dutch? Run Good? Is that what it is? I haven't seen Son of Anarchy.
Dutch Run Good.
Have you seen Son of Anarchy, Dutch?
We watched the very first 10 minutes of the very first episode.
Yeah.
That was as far as it went.
Exmolicious. Oh, that's funny. Boogalicious.
Mighty Sourdough.
What's up?
It's good to see you. He says, what's up? Thanks a ton for posting your staking article on DutchBoy.com. Very good read. You're welcome, Mighty Sourdough. I did that for you, man. I did that for you because I didn't feel like giving you a very long answer in the stream. I felt like, I've written this out. I just haven't published it, so now it's time. Now it's time. So, Mighty Sourdough, you're more than welcome, and I hope that you got something out of it. I hope it was useful. Rhino 1012-6 says, hey, Dutch, your new shirt on the Run Good Gear site looks pretty sweet. Thank you very much. Guys, can I show you something?
Sweet. It looks I like how they did it, where they made it wrinkly and kind of worn.
I helped with that design. There was lots and lots of back and forths, and I was like, you know what? It needs to look more worn out. That's what I said.
Worn out? What do you mean, like the shirt itself?
The shirt itself, yes.
Like wrinkly.
Guys, I want to show you something before we go on break.
You helped with that, huh?
I did, yeah.
Oh.
I did. I got to show you this.
Nice.
We were for Exmo's birthday. I took her to TJ Maxx, and I said, anything in the store. You can have anything you want in the store. She's like, okay, I want to go down every single aisle. And I was like, no, I don't want to go down every aisle.
That's what I like to do.
But
we actually skipped some aisles.
And I found the perfect dog toy. I thought this was the funniest thing I've seen in a long time. Here it is. Look at that cute dog. At first I saw it and I was like, that's a really cute dog. But then I looked a little closer. I was like, what the hell's going on with this dog? Look at what they did to the dog. Look at the eyes, like.
That's how I felt like today.
Like what? It's like the little dog toy had a stroke, man. It's like, what is going on? I couldn't help. I couldn't help it. I thought it was the funniest thing. I had to show you guys.
Oh my gosh! And he just kept on laughing and laughing and laughing and laughing.
I couldn't help it. Guys, we'll be right back. Okay, guys, we're back.
Everybody. Hey, we're back. Did you fix it?
Did you fix it?
Did I fix what?
The sword.
Yeah.
It's weird, huh?
Yeah, we got him.
It's weird.
We got him. The dog's name is Derp, says the Bob Hatter. I feel like I should have just... I should have bought the dog. I should have bought the dog and just given him a home.
June would have... I told you we should have.
I don't
know why you didn't.
That store has some weird stuff.
No.
They had a life-size zebra.
It wasn't that wasn't a life-size zebra.
With like little murder booties on.
No, it wasn't life-size.
They had a huge metal rooster.
That rooster was pretty cool, by the way.
Okay, guys, so we're back.
But you have the picture forever now.
What's going on here?
Dutch, you have the picture.
Sorry, guys.
Forever.
I had that weird. That was going on. That was weird.
What was going
Sorry
on?
about that. Yes, I have the picture forever. I wouldn't have had the dog toy forever.
Yes, June would have ate it by now.
And she
sure.
would have torn off its face because of the deformity.
Yes, exactly.
Dead Clock just followed the stream. You
Nice.
see June right there dancing across the screen. And guys, if you haven't followed the stream yet, please click on that follow button. Definitely helps us out. It'd be awesome if you would. That'd be awesome if you do that. Just click on that little heart. It's real quick. Doesn't cost you anything. Doesn't even cost you really any time. Just boop. Be awesome. You guys want to see the 2K where things are not really going that well? To be honest, if I'm going to be honest with you, it's not really going that well. This is what's going on in the 2K. We're sitting here with 18 and a half big blinds for another 2 minutes. And then we're going to be looking at 15 big blinds. So it's the kind of stack that's awkward to play. It's that tween stack we talk about all the time, where probably the right move is to make a 3-bet shove in a situation where you either have the best hand or have a little bit of fold equity and not that much of the worst hand. That's the plan. We found ourselves in a weird spot about 2 orbits ago where we made a 3-bet with pocket sixes against OICURMT. Oh, I see. You are empty.
I'm empty?
Well, that's his username.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I see.
He has no
you
gas.
Are empty. Okay.
That's awesome.
Drugs all day with the trips. Reddish Ape calling him. Pretty big call off there, Reddish Ape. Hoping that your opponent's just kind of straight up bluffing multiple streets. So yeah, Jack 10 is going to be a fold with as many blinds as we have. If we had fewer blinds in front of us, it would be a shove. If we had more, we could make a good argument for making a raise. With the awkward stack that we have, though, it's a fold. It's so weird. You remember, guys, spots, not hands. You play the spot you're presented with. And a big part of what makes a spot or not is stack size. Man, this is such a lame hand. Same thing where it's like, okay, too much to raise, too much, too little. It's just like this is a real awkward situation. Ace 10 offsuit figures to be ahead of what they've got. Making a normal raise though, and we're just kind of asking for trouble. We're going to be playing out of position. And we just don't have the stack enough chips to make a normal raise seem like a good move there. It doesn't feel like a good line, but then shoving feels like we're just risking way too much to for too little in a situation where when we get called we're going to be dominated, like straight up dominated. The nice thing about having an ace in our hand is that it makes it less likely that someone else has an ace. But the bad thing, you'd almost rather have a hand like 6-10 suited when you get called, because it's just so much less likely that you're going to be up against a dominated hand than with ace 10. I mean, they're going to call with the ace jacks, the ace queens, the ace kings, and you're just going to be like, oh, hating life. So we have faith that a better spot will come. And it does. Look at this, ace queen offsuit. This is the perfect situation where we hope that someone raises. This is what we want. We want turn the nuts to make the raise so we can make a 3-bet shove. And this is not a 3-bet shove where we're where we're really counting on fold equity. It's actually a 3-bet shove where we expect to get called and be ahead 3.5 to 1. We'll see. If he folds though, it's fine. So we're not ahead. We have to win a flip.
Come on.
And now we're way behind.
Sucks.
Lameness.
Bum, bum, bum.
So you can always look at that and say, well, nothing we could do. There's always something you can do. And it's always it's always the moves leading up to that last hand. A lot of times the last hand in a tournament will play itself. But so many things happened to get to the point where some random dude with a bull next to his name has you has 4 times as many chips as you have. So there were lots of things we could do leading up to that final move. But ace queen and the big blind when turn the nuts raises are the line of just making the call to check fold if you miss seems pretty weak. And now we're right in the middle of the pack in the biggest tournament of the day, the 3K guaranteed. This is the one that's important. This is the focus tournament now, 2,077 for first. Thank you very much, Stinik99, for following the stream. Really appreciate that. So 408 Shatak playing the deep stack of Venetian. Screen name is Patrick408. You know what? 408 Shatak. I think that you might have ran into one of my buddies at the Venetian just yesterday, right? I think that you might have ran into Jordan Christos, WPT winner, and all-around good guy. He was mentioning that he was sitting at a table with a guy named Patrick from Arizona, and I think that was you. That was you. Pretty sure, right?
Patrick. Which Patrick was it?
I think it was Patrick 408.
408?
408 Shatak.
Are you talking to him in the chat here? Is that his name in the chat here?
He just mentioned that he's in town playing Venetian.
Oh. I don't see
And
it.
hey, I also want to say big thank you, man. Thank you very much, Patrick, for donating $100 to that Andy for Autism drive that we were doing this weekend.
awesome.
That was pretty cool. Really appreciate that. We ended up I put it in the panels. We ended up raising $400.
Wow.
$400, and that's including a $120 donation from me. I had pledged $125. The problem, though, is that they don't let you make your own amount, so it's like in these weird multiples, and so I fell in this weird spot where it was gonna either be like a $120 donation or like a
Oh, is that right? You couldn't-
$70 donation.
You couldn't do it. Okay, I see it.
I don't want to do 120 or 170. I want to donate 125 of my own money. Anyway, $400 raised, and $120 from our end, $100 from 408 Shatak. We got the list of donators right there in the panels. You guys have been awesome. Thank you very much for donating to what from where I'm sitting looks like a pretty worthy cause. Though it turns out I didn't know that autism was like a political hot button.
Is it?
I guess so.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
I guess so. Because there was a little bit of a well, what are we doing? We're doing the same amount, 680. Fire out the same amount into All in Allen. Get the fold. I'm fine with that. So, pocket eights in the big blind. I like it. We've got Wits 1110 making the open limp. I'm going to go ahead and give you that bony fish for that open limp right there. Voff making the raise to 840. And what a great situation this is. Chaos Theory making the call, and we're just getting the best odds I've ever seen to make the call and do a little set mining here. 5 to 1, just straight pot odds. Add a little bit of implied odds if we hit our set. And we're not going to lose another dime in this one. We're going to just check fold. What would we have done if it came 9-5-3 instead of king 9-5? I mean, what would we have done with a 7-2-2 board and we're sitting here with an overpair? It's not going to happen a lot. most of the time it's going to be some overcards, but I could definitely see some flops where we might get into a little bit of trouble, thinking that pocket eights don't need to improve to take down that pot. Anyway, this isn't one of them. This is just one of those spots where we're set mining. We missed, and the idea is to check fold if we don't hit an 8. If it came king 8-5, I think that we're picking up a pretty big pot. I'm crazy, no. Saying nothing you could do. You could have bought Derp the dog. For good luck. You know how cool that would have been. Do you realize how bad I'm gonna feel if it turns if the next if the next winner of the World Series of Poker main event is in his ESPN interview saying, yeah, it's the damnedest thing. I was just walking through TJ Maxx one day, and I found this little dog that looked lucky to me. And ever since I had that dog, I haven't lost a hand. I just keep on winning and winning. And I'm going to win this main event. I'm going to keep on winning and win. And it's going to take me, 20 more events before I have 20 bracelets. And I'm just really looking forward to being the first billionaire poker player thanks to Derp the dog. You know how stupid I would feel? I would feel pretty lame if that was actually the secret to poker success is buying that deformed dog. Poker Joker 2. What do you do, buddy? You see bet into 2 opponents here on a 10-9-7 board. That's pretty wet. Pretty wet board. He fires out the 900, gets the call. I'm not going to overcall. If All-in Allen were to have made that fold here, I think I'm probably at least calling, maybe even check raising a Poker Joker 2. But with All-in Allen kind of spoiling that plan, it's going to just be a fold from me. Blurred 11's June is a Shih Tzu poodle. A shit poo. Randiferous 8 says, Sup Dutch Boyd, good luck, man. How about another win for 2016? Sounds pretty good, man. Sounds pretty good. Let's do it right here. Let's make this one the win of 2016. Be right back, guys. Okay, guys, we're saying goodbye to Exmoor. I guess I talked her ear off. She said to tell you that she fell asleep. But she's not asleep. She's in the other room.
I'm sleeping.
She's not asleep. So I'm gonna did you mute your mic?
No.
Could you?
Yes.
Let's make the fold here against a Poker Joker 2. And I'm gonna go ahead and take her off the stream. We'll miss you, Exmoor.
My eyes hurt. I can't. I'm tired, honey. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm not interesting anymore.
Okay, 39 out of 72. We're right in the middle of the pack, you guys. 39 out of 72. It pays 15. 15th place is 160, gets us even for the day. First place is 2,000, which gets us even for forever. We're just it's a good little payday. 2,000 for first. See you, Deck 1989, 3 months in a row. It's great to have you here, man. I hope that I'm not just massacring your name. It's great to have you here.
Am I off stream now?
Yeah, you're off. Poker Mindset Coach talking about some of the suspected causes of autism. Vaccinations, not it. Not it. Have your kids vaccinated. It's just good science. It makes good sense. It's not going to cause autism. There was one study that showed a link between vaccinations and autism. And then it turns out that one study caused just a huge explosion and uproar led by mainly by Jenny McCarthy. And the doctor later got his license stripped for fraud. I think there was just medical fraud, straight up medical fraud. Let's do this. Allen Allen open limping. Not used to that. I don't really see that open limp that often. 6'8" suited. Looks all right. From where I'm sitting, this looks all right. It looks like a decent hand to go ahead and make the raise. If Allen Allen now was going for a limp shove here or a limp raise, it's just way too much to just flat out ship it. So if he's going to raise it, he's actually still going to give us odds to make the call and try to crack whatever big hand he is open limping with. I don't like the open limp, because I don't really think that there's a good way for him to react to this kind of move. Is his plan to open limp and then re-raise if raised behind, and now he's going to be playing out of position? Look at the stacks, and for him to shove, he's risking 16,000 for a 2,000 pot, which is that's a really warped risk reward ratio right there. For him to call, he's basically playing out of position with a hand where he's kind of put in a stupid spot of fit or fold, and for him to fold, well, he's losing the pot to 8 high. So now he tries it again. Very quickly, open limping. Try it again. I'm so tempted to do it again. Let's do it again. Make it 1,000. Do it again. And now we actually have King Queen suited. We have much better. A little bit of a meta game now going where Allen Allen is getting a little frustrated, feeling like we're just kind of taking advantage of his open limps. Pretty good flop for King Queen, really. Very quick check by Allen Allen, which makes me think that we're not going to get through. So, you know what? We're going to do something we don't normally do. We're going to check back. Man, I don't normally do this, but here it is. Checking back, hoping to hit that. Now he's firing out a half pot size bet, 1337. And you know what, Allen Allen? I think that you're probably going to get unlucky here. Makes the call. Ace on the river. That's a perfect river card for us. We have the Stone Cold Nuts. And we're going for a 3/4 size. Well, we'll just go for a half pot size bet here. Getting called, right? No. Good fold there, Allen Allen. Good fold. Jared R., good to see you in the stream, man. Says, do you plan on heading to Reno for the WPT series in March? I wasn't planning on it. I don't really plan on that far out. March has a couple of things going on here in Vegas, right? They've got that Bally's World Series of Poker circuit, which I'm kind of looking forward to playing. I'm going to say probably not, but maybe. Little King 10 offsuit. Yeah, I think we can make a little raise here from under the gun. It's the new button steal. Ugh. And Allen Allen making a very quick 3-bet here. I'm really tempted just to 4-bet. Really tempted. It's not a good 3-bet. It's not bad to 3-bet, but the amount was pretty piss poor. It doesn't accomplish anything. It gives us the right odds to make the call, and crack his huge hand if that's what he's got. And if he doesn't have a huge hand, then 3-betting an under the gun raise isn't really that wise. So I don't hate the 3-bet. I do hate the sizing. It's gonna get through here. King 10 offsuit. There's just nowhere really to go with it. Oh, and he shows the jacks. Thank you very much, All in Allen, for letting us know that we made the right fold, letting us know that we made the right call. Poker Mindset Coach, sorry for the loss of your pants, dude. Sorry to hear that. That's a bad beat. His favorite designer pants destroyed by a dog. That's really crappy, buddy. Really crappy. Okay, I'm gonna go and make the call here with King Jack off against Voff. Got some notes on him. I think that we can play him post. King Jack is a decent enough hand that it's worth seeing a flop with. 5-5-4 shouldn't really hit either one of us, so it's going to be one of those spots of whoever was ahead pre-flop is probably still ahead, and Voff. I think it's likely enough that he's got some sort of weak ass ace or smaller pocket pair that I'm not going to really put up much of a fight. You get this one, buddy. You get this one. All in, Allen making the min raise now. I'm gonna stay away from him for a few orbits. Yeah, Spicy Wasabi asking, am I playing the Planet Hollywood tournament? What's going on at Planet Hollywood? I do like Planet Hollywood. I think that they have a pretty well-run room over there. I like Caesars. I like the Caesars properties. I played the World Series of Poker Circuit when they had that. I'm going to guess that Planet Hollywood probably has some sort of famous poker series going on right now. Or in the near future, probably won't play it. Probably won't play that one. It's a little bit... interesting. So, All in Allen, I don't know why you keep on showing your hands. What's the idea there? Why does he keep on showing his hands, you guys? Why is he like, yeah, I had it. Here it is. I had it. I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea to show your hands like that. Wits 1-1-1-0, open limping, ace-9 offsuit. Yeah, we're ahead. Let's go ahead and make the raise. We'll do a little isolation raise here, try to get J1 and Domino out. And Wits 1-1-1-0, let's just hope that you have a smaller ace or those suited cards and you're not sitting there open limping with ace-10 or ace-jack. Kind of interesting, J1 are putting up the defense in the small blind. Wits 1-1-0 now firing out 35-25 into 4,700 on a queen-queen-2 board. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Let's make the call. I think that we're probably up against a pocket pair by Wits, and maybe we can put him, get him off of it on the turn. This is the plan here. The plan is to go ahead and put him off of his hand right here. If he shoves, then it's a fold. But if that's pretty much the same thing as shoving. The float didn't work. He didn't give us the opportunity to do it. If Wits actually has a queen here, he's giving up 11,000. He's giving up the double up by making this bet. If he's got the fives, I guess if he's got fives, I don't know. I don't know that you really want to induce a bluff and put yourself in a weird spot, but I still don't like the shove there. And I'm not really loving the donk lead on a queen-queen-2 board. I feel like Wits can probably count on a c-bet. Anyway, didn't work out. We tried to take a line that didn't work out. Sometimes that happens. I don't like Wits' line, but it worked out for him. Probably looking at a smaller pocket pair. And that's probably what we're looking at. We're probably looking at Wits with pocket fours there. I don't really know what he's putting us on when we make the call on the flop, because if he has what we think he has, then the only time it's his hand is going to be good there is if we're making a straight up float. And if that's what we're doing, then he probably should go ahead and let us float rather than fire out the bet on the turn. So I hate the line that he took. And if he's going to fire out, if he's going to donk lead into us, then firing out on the turn is a mistake. So all in, Allen, he just keeps on doing this. I'm going to go ahead and stop 3-betting him for now, just because we've done it over and over and over. Ace deuce offsuit isn't quite the hand I want to take into battle. Cloud Orchestra says, LOL, when they show makes no sense. I know, it doesn't make any sense, man. It makes 0 sense, Cloudy. I don't understand it. So, King Jack off, making the raise, 900 into one of the best poker players on the site. Also someone who hangs out with us here on the stream sometimes. Chaos Theory. If you're here today, Chaos Theory, good luck on your grind. I hope that we both make it pretty deep in this and others. Yeah, Jared R. That'll be awesome. That'll be awesome to welcome you here onto wsop.com. You'll be able to play with some of the other guys here on the stream, and if you've been following the channel for a while, you know that there's a lot of dead money on here. A couple of decent, real decent, legit grinders too. But it's a small community of poker players on wsop.com Nevada. It'll be nice to add one to that number. And I hope that the move goes well. It always kind of sucks moving, doesn't it? Always sucks putting your life into cardboard boxes. But I have a feeling that you're probably going to enjoy it. Reno is a good place for to be a poker player. I don't think it's as good as Vegas is, but it's a nice little town. The biggest little city in the world, right? Isn't that how they call it? Yeah. So Spicy Wasabi, talking about that famous poker series. Probably not going to be playing that one myself. Spicy Wasabi. Every once in a while they get an overlay there though. King 3, nice flop there, Chaos Theory, and getting a lot of money for it too. Well done. Wits 1110. What'd you have? Did you have a king? No, he just had an ace 6. Was able to get a lot of action from your opponent there, Chaos Theory. Well played, sir. Well played. Let me go ahead and see how that worked, too. So, Wits open limped with the ace-6 offsuit. And did he just fire out on that flop? So, Chaos Theory leading into him. It's not a donk lead because you can't expect anybody to call. With 2 pair, I like it, Chaos Theory. Not slow playing at all, just firing out. 1885, building the pot, and Wits makes the call. And then, no. Wits decides to go ahead and make some silly little raise with ace-6. Interesting line. Took a weird line there. Open limping with ace-6 suited. Or it was offsuit, wasn't it? On the cutoff. Calling a small blind lead on a king 6-3 board. And then raising the small blind turn bet on a turn... What was that, an 8? I guess it's not so bad if you're planning on calling a river bet anyway with your ace-6. Sometimes you're making the raise there. Sometimes you're able to win more when you actually hit on the river. Yeah, I don't like it though. I think his amount wasn't very good. He fired out a straight up min raise. So if you're putting your guy on worse, whether it's a draw or whether it's a weaker pair, whatever it is, not really betting enough to make a fold seem right, because you're giving the guy 6-1, where even if he has like, yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I think that I don't hate the raise on the turn, but I hate the amount. Anyway, let's move on to what we're let's move on to the now. The now is the envy of all of the dead. Here we are, 500 open limping from Jay Weiner, 500 over limping by Wits, Rusty Fox 13 deciding to go ahead and put the squeeze on everybody. Rusty Fox, I'll get out of your way. I will play along with that game you're setting up. We'll see if Jay Weiner and Wits also follow suit and make the fold. I doubt it. Wits, you going to make the call? 2,700. You getting 2-1 to make the call. Do you do it? He says no. Ace Rag is no good. Pocket eights, I love it. So if All-In Allen makes a min raise, we'll go ahead and make a 3-bet. If any of these guys limp, it's going to be a squeeze. Yeah, beautiful. And if everyone folds to us, wow, look at this. This is you guys notice anything different about that raise? So instead of making it a minimum bet that the minimum open that he made with Queen Jack, now he's making it more than 3x. Yeah, you know what? It doesn't matter. We're going to go ahead and make the raise here, 4,800. It kind of worries me a little bit. The difference in the amount. And we might have to we're going to call off here if All-In Allen makes the shove and kind of expect him to have like an ace king or ace queen. Yeah, jacks, nice hand. So a little bit of a misstep there, I guess. Misstep. I'm going to go ahead and write the notes and hate it, actually. Whenever you get a player like this who strong correlation, in the amount that he raises. At the 250-500 level, made it 1650 on the button with jacks. Made it min raise on the button with queen jack offsuit. Anytime you see that type of real strong correlation between the amount that they raise and the hand strength. Yeah, I mean it sucks to get knocked out when we're making the call. We're hoping that he's got ace king or ace queen there, which is a lame spot. But I also think that just calling with pocket eights there is pretty weak too. And we don't know for sure that he actually is correlating those 3x plus big blind raises with super strong hands. Now we know. And maybe he'll adjust, maybe he'll write a note on me saying he thinks that I adjust my pre-flop raise amount based on hand strength. Well, I do think that. In fact, I know that. That's what you did. All-In Allen just made the min raise with queen jack, and he made a 3x plus with pocket jacks. So he's definitely changing his pre-flop multiple based on hand strength, and it's the exact same situation, different hand strength. Mediocre versus strong. Mediocre was min, strong was 3x, and now we know. And it sucks that we actually have to bust out to know, but now we know. So guys, that's going to be it for me. We'll be back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. around-ish, 7-ish, and going to have a lot of really good poker streaming this weekend. You guys are all awesome. Really appreciate all of you hanging out with with us today. And there will not be a cash in our Thursday night. Starting the weekend off badly. Starting the weekend off with a $150 deficit. That's never fun. Lots of great poker action left to happen this weekend, though. All leading up to that $500, the very first $500 no limit event that they're going to have. It's the big one that they're marketing here on wsop.com. The big one. It's a new tournament. The last Sunday of every month, a $500 buy-in, and I'm planning on playing it. Put our money where our mouth is. Say, you know what? I think I can hold my own against anybody here on the site. So let's play this one. Let's play bigger. Let's play bigger, guys. You all have been awesome. You all have been really funny and very very cool today. I wish that I could have put up a really good result instead of this emptiness that I feel in my heart. It would be worse, though, if you guys weren't here with me hanging out. So thanks for being here. We'll see you hopefully tomorrow. And don't forget to follow the stream if you're not already following. If you're watching on YouTube, come over to Twitch sometime. Twitch.tv/DutchBoyd. You can see the address right up there on the top of the screen. And join us for some live streaming, live poker action. You can see the results as they happen with a very small delay. Okay, guys. See you later.
We are gonna like take over the poker world.